Oh, what is up, everybody? Welcome in for an AGL special. Kicking off Riot versus Encore. Two teams who battled their way through brackets, looking pretty stellar coming in here tonight with the most interesting map pool I think I've ever had to lay eyes on. We got people in lobby ready to gun, but we're going to take a minute and talk here. Map pool tonight, oh god. Something I am not looking forward to, desperately trying to get out of, but it's going to be Consulate, Fortress, and Lair. Now be ready. The comms for Fortress, not my key priority here. I don't know at all what I'm doing. The spectating's going to be something interesting, but it's still going to go decent. Consulate, though, has become an ever-evolving love of the game map that we've seen a lot of teams bringing out here. Why? Well, because it's still just different. It's in its infancy of the competitive pool. Now, it's been around forever, but there's been so many shifts to meta to it that you really don't know what kind of bag of worms you're getting into until you're already in deep. Fortress, still just at the start of its life cycle coming in now, fully reworked by good old Ubisoft, and we're hoping to see some good gunplay for it. Now, this has proven to be a map where a quick, fast shield attack can sort of, well, crumple a defense no matter how you look at it. So, on the defensive side of the ball, hoping to see some good ways to slow down that aggressive push. Last up, though, it will be Lair. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, the attacks have been pretty strong on Lair lately. I'm hoping to see more for that style. But I don't know what we can do about it, you know? That it's Lair. There's 1,001 ways to play it, but too many ways to stop it. The defenses, they've moved on from a bunker style, which it started to, into a very roam-heavy meta, and now we've slowly seen the combination of the two where you keep a heavy presence on site, but you still see those couple of guys off playing around. Tonight's matchup, though, Riot versus Encore, two teams I'm still relatively new to casting, but I'm expecting some very big things out of both of them. Why? Well, because this is AGL, baby. This is a good league. We're making 4 pushes through with this league. So I'm hoping that they're both going to be up to par and moving forward with it. Let me see now if I can get the match results for Group A, because it is week 6, of course. We've been at it for a while. I know I had a stat sheet at one point. Not sure where it's at anymore. But, nah, they don't have it. I don't have it. I got it somewhere. Nah, I guess I don't. No? Yeah, sorry, I don't know where it's at. But it looks like the teams are ready to go. I'm going to let them know the production is ready. And we'll get moving in here. Map 1, Consulate, like I said. Expect a very cross-push heavy play style out of the Encore team that's attacking here. Because that is a requirement. You got to be able to take space, fill space, and move yourself around. If Riot's not able to defend against that, and they're not able to maintain a vertical presence on those lower sites, things will get very ugly very quick for them. Now, for that mid floor, that is what a lot of the top are. It is controlled entirely by what's up above. Now, your cross push, yes, sure, you can play the cutoff there. It's not as direly important, though, as maintaining that vertical presence. Now, let me see. We got the Encore team saying they're all ready up. We got Riot ready to go. Let's see if we can get Riot control in on this one, because here we go in a Consulate. Well, that's a good enough map pick for me. So as we scroll on through, we get to see what has been one of the most controversial when added maps, but has slowly worked its way into that niche group that a lot of teams find themselves in. Playing for that control and that dominance, you have to maintain good side push pressure while also getting an execute squad together on the attacking team. For the defense, well, falls into that same boat. Deny the play style. You know what they want to do. You know what they're trying to get into. You can't let them get comfortable. Bans coming out, we already lose heavy execution operators as both Goyo and Ying are gone, following in with Clashing Grim. Ooh. Like I said, the execute is going to get punished this game. It's the main way to play this map, and there's only so many ways that you can really cut into this turkey, dude. Losing that Grim, losing that Ying, gonna be absolutely detrimental to anybody who wants to get an execute underway. But follow that in, you do lose your Clash, you lose your Goyo. Well, the executions become a little bit easier. As we look down, we will see Goza and Dame setting up between the Sense and the Blackbeard. That is a good setup, prep up of this team for at least a fast execute plan. Sense, of course, ever so good. Long lines of sight can be just shut down immediately. And it's a little bit better than Smoke, because you can then drop them and pop them as you need. As for Blackbeard, of course, you always need a good spearhead if you want to push a heavy attack forward. This defense, though, bringing four very, very wonderful styles of defense in. We got the Azami up architecture gonna be flipped for this map. See what she can make happen. Los, Wizard, and Barry, though, locking it up for that time denial. Barry is downstairs, though, roaming around just a little bit with that Legion. These traps, whenever they're set up in weird flank spots, they do become perfect. Right now, though, he's got a live drone right on his backside. No idea that it's there. Maybe he just don't care. He's still trying to aggress out the main lobby side. They've got an attacker playing window for him. And what could be another one rushing over towards his entrance. That is Blackbeard going to be going up for that vertical. They do have someone up on roof. The pressure and attempt is there. Barry heavily droned out now. Finds another one. Bottom spiral. Still doesn't see the drone. He gets away cleanly out of that fight, though. And as this execute from the attacking team, slowly starts to prep themselves in. Setting up for these windows. Grenade out, back in for a zombie. Clearing her. She hits a trap. Not able to get in there. Staying up. Godslithers go down to Screwy, though, as Screwy pushes on. And we got Execute Gaming. And what's up, Noah? C4 out. Goes it down. Out with your Blackbeard. Heavy damage over on your Bandit. Flash in. Hiding away. Smart move there by Barry. Get yourself to safety, right? Keep yourself safe. It's the key of the game. Tuilos going in now for a clear through manager side. Swinging, gunning, everything in sight. Not able to lock it down quite yet, though, as they've hit a little bit of a stalemate checkmate situation. This defense playing back where they want to be. Heels dug in now. The attack did have a forcible heavy execute over from the side, but not able to get too much ground outside of what's the norm for taking. What they need to be scared about, though, is Mears, who's kind of tucked in by himself, does manage to pick up one on the screw for himself, a 2K. Well, you had Nano up covering the flank back for him. Not able to find no picks. Grenades out. Grenade into the suicide corner. Dame gets one. Wizard does find Nano, though. Moving up now through that long desk. Wizard with a shotgun swinging. Down will go Dame. And it's suddenly Tuilos into the 1v3 situation. Tachanka and Smoke still up. Still a ton of gadgets. And Tuilos leaves the match. I don't know. Maybe that was just a, hey, man, I don't want to give up a kill here. Now that's aura. I love seeing that in the chat. I agree with him. That could be an aura play, but nah. I think it's going to be a tech pause as he figures out a little bit of a PC issue as he did just randomly disconnect. Off that round, I'll tell you one thing. Riot looks like they gave up control early on, but instead they managed to lock heels in and just deny that side push over. And it looks like we will be getting a little bit of a rehost here on the side of Encore, as Riot does pull up 1-0 over Encore to start with. So as we take a quick brief intermission now, we'll send this to break and they will reset the lobby. I'll be back in a couple minutes. We'll see you in a few. Where's my away screen? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. I'm just dumb right now. All right. Welcome back now as we prepare for the next round of Consulate. A little bit of a rehost after round one. Nothing too bad. It was just a quick player disconnect. I'm still going to go out on the tree limb here. I know it isn't what happened, but I'm going to say the aura of Riot Esports made him disconnect. That's not what happened. He disconnected because the game is Ubisoft. But that's what we're going to go with because it sounds good, right? Right? The aura farmers kicked them out? Yeah. Either way, now we are back in. Riot still on their defense, prepping it up. Round two, cafeteria downstairs for that garage. Good old basement hold. We tend to see a lot of teams bunker in here, and really, I don't like that playstyle. I don't like that idea. You got to keep that vertical presence. Keep yourselves known upstairs, right? And with this operator lineup that they got so far with the Solus on board, that tells me they're going to be playing some vertical with C4s up. And right now, really, the operator lineup doesn't match much of that vertical hold playstyle. Typically, you expect to see a little bit more time denial operators. Maybe a Mira as she's still on board, but he's yet to have been grabbed. I'm really hoping we see Wizard actually go upstairs and play for that. I didn't realize how good both these stacks actually look, though, player-wise. I mean, we got Barry from Model 1 in here. We got Wizard coming in here. Los, who's unknown Riot man.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Pretty solid stack you set up, Noel. Pretty solid stack. No vertical hold in play as of right now, except for Gods, who is playing upstairs in the meeting room. Aggressive on that Solus, going for a little bit of a spawn rip, but not hit. Except for maybe a round of Tutulos, but I mean, is that really much to brag about? Now he is waiting and seeing what he can find up here. He is buying a decent amount of time so far, but I mean, still not that far into the round. He's got to keep his body up. I want to say get another minute off the clock on this room, right? Oh, the amount of utility and gadgets they're forcing into him with a Blackbeard leading that charge. Things are going to get ugly rather fast here. God's now pinned in by drones, has Blackbeard on one side of him. Fights the Blackbeard a little bit, gets away with his life, and there's two dudes swinging off that Blackbeard on the other side of him. So, smart idea. Just play your life and get out of there for safety, right? They are opening some vertical around him, but nothing to actually find him yet. However, this vertical is going to come in handy. We need to see this Encore attack now that they've already started to open up and they have an understanding of where these guys are playing at. Move down and take control of that main floor. Go down. First floor is now free and open. Tutulos eats a lot of damage there off. Wizard still managing to stay up. But 1 HP left as the Ram does get her gadgets out. And that's the smoke denied. Body wasted. A slow walk around bottom spiral here from Gods. He's going to have a Blackbeard right in his face in a matter of seconds. Impact out. Lands not a lot of damage, but it does slow him down. And a spray from Mears hitting, and he's running down the stairs with a grenade, left at 1 HP. Same spot he put that Blackbeard at, but it's not enough to finish either side out. 1 HP in a dream is all you need for Siege. There's some of the vertical now being ripped open by the Thermite, and he is going for main wall. Perfect idea of setting the Ram up there to help control it, but I think he may have gotten, no, he did not get another trick. Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. Now going over for the hatch. You've got Buck playing up above, the floor coming open, straight on the tuber out, just missing the shots on a Barry. Buck still up though, no damage laid either direction. 5v4 situation with Mears left at 1 HP. The execute could happen, it could happen quick. But with Blackbeard as low as he is, that's going to slow this playstyle down just a little bit. Right now, I want to say the win con for Encore. Get control of yellow and get some bodies down spiral. Right now, though, they're still stalling out up on this vertical just a little bit. Tutulos watching that spiral take. We got Nano playing back downstairs after he opened up that hatch. Dame has Bandit absolutely stuck, though. Screwy going to be found by Gods up above. There's Goza going in for picks, taken down off the distance with the DMR. And Gods finds Dame as well as they sneak upstairs. It happens from the Solus. Vertical is king, and that just proves the point. Right now going up 2-0 after that unfortunate disconnect round 1. I mean, it really wasn't a winnable situation, but hey, again, everything's a dream, and it's all possible. Oh, excuse me. Alright, looks like we will not be having a co come in tonight as everyone is busy. Oh, well, it is what it is, right? Mid-floor hold out of Riot. Let's see what they're able to set up. Finally going to be abusing that Mira on what very well could be her last round in the map. 'Cause, I mean, it's rare that you see a Mira stay up for this long, right? Vertical is being set up to be played now, as we got Los up here on the Aruni. DMR in hand, of course. Death grip to that thing, because who wouldn't, right? God's coming up. He's got the Valk cams. Those are going in place. He has a C4, and I expect a vertical play off of it. If you can get C4s up into that small little dining room or break room to assist your team who are holding the vertical, good things can happen. But Mir's going for a very aggressive spawn peek yet again, this time out on the suicide wall, the catering wall, if you will. And still nobody is there. Running out, not finding one, and reinforced for safety. Barry down in the electrical room has Goza pushing him with that Blackbeard. He was setting up to go for a peek. Instead, he puts himself in a position to try and find Damo. C4 rip, thrown out on the Goza, hits him, lands some damage, doesn't land a kill though. Gets back to some safety. Like Gods is there playing a different long angle position. Not sure if Goza's seen him, but now he knows he's there. Grenades coming out here from the Damos. And really, if you're able to get the pickup onto this Damos, it becomes an easier fight. But instead, down goes the Blackbeard. Down goes Dame on the Damos. Gods and Barry both walk away with a good pick. And suddenly, these guys are spread ever so thin. Screwy moving up forward. Has the Solus close on his door. Still only one death on the side of Riot after that rehost. And it was Wizard. But Screwy looking to find another pick. Down goes Mears, and your Solus is off the case. Pre-firing position, not able to find much. Barry does come up though on the flank, shut down by Tuilos. DMR rings out. Tuilos fire another one. Wizard did pick Screwy though, down to a 2v2 as bodies start to fall evenly. It's down to Los and Gods. Gods getting some wall bang, almost picked. And Tuilos looking like he heated up now, 3-1 after a great opening up to this round. Nano still holding off. These guys maybe need to stack up, play refrag just a little bit. It looks like Los, maybe Gods are going to stick around to one another. At least Gods that yellow side stairs. We got Los playing up in consulate office. Now both moving up top yellow. They do have that full vertical control over site. Tuilos and Nano need to stack up, combine, and push these guys out of here. Because it's hard to get a direct plant down right now. The way this setup is, the way they're playing it, plant, not really something to think about, but it looks like Nano's going to go for it, maybe anyway. He's prepping to open his walls. They don't have any way to really watch this vertical safely. As Tuilos is sneaking up, but instead he gets picked. Now Nano left into a 1v. Looking for him, finds him. Down through the floor, Los with a 2K. Riot up now, 3-0 over Encore. And we're going to be getting our first tack time out of the night, as Encore look and try and find a way to keep themselves in it. And as our great voice man, Zach Vexel, once said, on the defense, once you can roll 3 straight, you can then roll usually another 3 as well. You have the defensive setup in mind. Quick adjustment that way. It's not an easy counter strat. But overall, I mean, easy enough to play, right? I'm not sure. I still think, I mean, it's anybody's game no matter what. We've seen 6-0s turn into, 8-7s to end. But the way Gods is playing right now, 4-0 on a heater, I got a feeling this one may fall into the vicinity of Riot. At least for map 1, they're playing very hard on consulate. I'm not sure whose map pick this is. If somebody in the chat could fill me in on that one, that'd be nice. But Damos and Solus now off board. We mixed a tack time out into the timer with the operator bans, which honestly, we've seen that happen a lot lately. And it's really understandable. You get those extra couple of seconds to maybe go over some stuff. There is coaches, I believe, for these teams. I'm not positive. Don't answer me on that one. I don't actually want to know. So you may have a couple minutes to readjust and come up with something on the fly. Of course, controller glitch. But moving back upstairs, we're bringing out some trap operators finally on the side of Riot. Between the Ella and the Thorn. That's just some extra time now on top of the Tachanka and the smoke you're bringing. Mirrors once again locking himself in on that bandit. At least walls will be electrified a little bit harder to push. It'll slow him down a little bit. We see Nanovirus swapping over to that Monty. Goza was set up for a Blackbeard once again, but he's having some trouble getting the picks off with it. So kind of understandable. Drop the Blackbeard, bring a Monty, keep a gun up with a good shield, and see what you can make happen from there. But Tachanka, Thorn, Smoke, all really, really good ways to stop that. This is a defense entirely set up around stopping the quick box plant here, but easily shut down. Well, they could shut down pretty much any other push. Excuse me. Let's see what our attackers are playing so far. Early roof control. They get the drones out. No Ella's down piano. Hopefully gonna send some bodies. Get a push going for her. Because if you can isolate, execute, and get an easy pick for yourself, not losing any bodies, not losing a lot of damage, things can go great. However, Tuilos very, very low off the start of that engagement as Ella rips him down to about 5 or 10 HP. Didn't even take a round back onto herself. Barry looking to maybe put himself in an advantage for this round. And he's got people on all of his windows. People and drones. It is a very heavy push to try and slow him down. Takes the engagement on Buck, sends one down. Now he has Mirrors coming up to lend the assist in Lounge. Monty coming through hopefully for that piano window. But instead, may have just given Barry his escape as he drops back down the main door. And may find himself an unsuspecting Monty as Monty was not prepared for any engagements. He was still making us rotate around, trying to play safely. Mirrors moves himself to Lounge. Now they do have some map control. And this attacking team does not have a body in building yet. Looks like it's going to be a full rotate and change of execute style. Tuilos extremely low. They lost Screwy early on. Wondering now, what can Monty make happen? And the way it looks, it may be an attempt for a quick plan on the Monty. But without the Buck, you lose some of that down below hold. There's a Ram Gadget coming in to try and clear up some of these traps. Monty looking like he wants to maybe dive through, but you dive through, you dive into Tachanka. We've seen this in Pro League the other day, though. That with that setup there, the fires can't stick. This time they do. Down goes your Monty. Execute already out the window. Time to dig further into the bag of tricks. Goza does burn Mirrors out, though, and take him down. Looks like Dame rushing in. Instead, he's met with Wizard with a shotgun in the hand and a magic trick up the sleeve as the SMG-12 takes him out. Tuilos and Goza both stacked up yellow side stairs. Barry with a good spray. Finds a double pick, confirming his one spray down from earlier. Easy round there for Riot as they now pull up 4-0 over these guys. Fortress was Riot's pick. Okay, that means that we're playing on the map of Encore. This is what they wanted. We're hoping that maybe the Encore defense will stand out a little bit more in what their attack is so far, because Riot is looking to dominate this map.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
And a little bit of taunting in the chat here from Barry. I mean, going up 5-1, it's kind of understandable. Second to last defense on board. Mira's still not banned out. They let him have it, and now Wizard's going to abuse that just a little bit. Entirely justified, too. I mean, they leave you with something as powerful as Mira. The one-way shield, or windows, pretty hard to counter against. Gods is going to be playing up with the flank set up now for one of his Scopos drones. I don't know. I like that idea. Put him off. Give you some distance to play at. Have a little bit of fun while you're at it, right? Keep and maintain a good roam. Things will ever go your way. All the talk of a good roam. Let's see what our attackers are planning right now. They are moving over, coming through. And that's a fuse on board. A fuse pick can be absolutely scary here. Setting up now, C4 out. Thankfully, Tuilos is able to deny that C4 before it got them at 3K. There's your second one. Ooh, Nano out of the sky. A little bit of a duck hunt. Another one, though, does land as Wizard comes up with his. That's 3 C4s. And these guys are like, you've got to be kidding me. Bandit trick set up. Does get it off there, as well as everything from main wall just shuts him down. Mirror is able to find Tutulos. Now suddenly you lost your Thatcher and your Thermite. Things are going to start looking ugly here. Dame now getting ready to swing in. Instead, he gets swung by Mirrors. Bodies dropping, falling all over the place. Screwy and Goza, the last two up. They need to find some picks. They need to find some kills. This round looking ever so in the favor of Riot. And that's not the glaze. That's just the reality of what we're looking at now. Screwy left down to about 1 HP after a quick spray down against Gods. Gods still up, still chilling, pistol in hand. Looking to maybe find himself a bit of a one-tappy. Here's the one on the other side of him. Screwy swinging back around main entrance. He's got Goza playing up close on bottom spiral. And Gods wants to take the swing fight against the Ash. He sets up for some control. Los running up spiral stairs, coming in for the assist. Quick peek, swings out, feeds one to Mirrors. Or feeds one almost to Gods, but Mirrors gets him. Wizard goes up for Goza. That round, a slaughterhouse for Riot. They knew to bring that aggression upstairs, and it worked wonderfully. I'm bored hopping on Dead by Daylight later. That is a roast of all time. Not sure how I'm feeling about that one. Barry's just out here roasting these guys.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So with their final defense, they're going to be trying out something a little bit different. Going for that split floor setup. Bringing Wizard out now on the pulse. Los out for the Kaid. And Mirrors holding a heavy roam game upstairs now. Super shorty in hand. Let's see what a Mozzie can do, right? I mean, he has yet to get one of these quick peeks to actually work. He's setting up now to try and control the main door. They do have a guy coming up. Oh, Tutulos instead opting to not try and clear the Mozzie immediately. With that now, Mirrors knows that there's going to be people playing for his windows. C4 ripped and ready. Tutulos on the coverage instead. Mirrors with a C4 out, long armed it, and away he goes. A pickup now. Looks like he's starting to heat up late into this map. It may be exactly what Riot needs if they want to shut him down early, right? A 6-0 defending half is a great thing on a map like Consulate, which tends to fall into a nice 50-50 split. Goza coming up, trying to clear Mirrors out now. The only one upstairs looking for him. This team is playing very, very split from one another. Maybe Dame will come up and lend the assist here, but Goza's already pushing deep to try and find him. And Mirrors, well, he really ain't that worried about it. He's got all kinds of wood barricade coverage. He's going to hear any type of push they want to make against them. And he's going to trade rounds into Goza without even getting touched, getting away with his life for safety. As the top-down clear now is starting to come underway from this attacking team. Losing out on that Dokkaebi call, though, is going to be a big momentum changer for this team. Usually you need her. She's really good for executing, but instead, well, now you have to drone it. You're going to take extra time out of one of your players who's standing to make sure everything's clear. These defenders, though, looking ever so antsy as they are all still just running up, running around. Wizard finding one through the floor with that pulse scanner. And Mirrors laying down in Visa, looking to find himself a easy, cheeky pick if they grant him one. There is some clearing right up above him as Nano's able to get the pick down onto Mirrors. Now one of the top fraggers off the Riot team is gone. And Nano's looking to move forward with an execute here. Setting up breaching charge, ready to go, but there is a mute somewhere in the way blocking coverage. No EMPs either, so it's going to land down to a grenade off Screwy. Hopefully it goes through the hole and not back onto somebody. And there's the sneaky play made. Maybe coming through. C4's coming up, not landing it though. As the timer runs out, Barry does land one pick. Dame able to find God. And they swing off Barry to find another one. There's still guys pushing in for them. And they just decide, hey, play some time here. Buying time, staying alive. We see our Riot Esports team move up 6-0 over top of Encore for map 1. And Barry giving them a question mark. A very slow execute time or style that just fell victim to the timer as the bodies dropped early on. Now, an ever interesting ban phase coming in. You lose the ying, you lose the smoke. That means that, I mean, Riot wants to find themselves a fast execute, but Encore wants to deny it. Expect a grim ban here into Tachanka. I mean, I love the Tachanka ban in 2026, but I think there's other operators who may prove more useful here to have kept off the board. As the Azami's up and she's ever so an annoyance. Mira's up. Dead by Daylight later is diabolical. Now let's see what Encore's able to set up. They're immediately opting to shoot the floor out below, which, I mean, you don't have a Tachanka, so it's not the worst play. You don't actually have any sort of denial for a quick plant. No smoke, no Tachanka. You opt not to bring the Legion. You opt not to bring the Goyo. So that means you're going to have to play somebody down below. Right? Right? You have to. And with Screwy setting his setup now in for Lounge, that may be the play. Swapping back now, doing an old play style here, of course. Keep the bodies down below and deny the fast execute. However, really, there's nothing that about this lap that shouts, we're just going to go dive for it. Do have God, though, making his play up now for that Vista side stairway. And if he's able to bait the attention over from Screwy, he could find himself a quick, easy pick here. Mirrors everybody else playing now for window control. And, I mean, that small office only lasts so long, right? God sending out, looking for the Azami. They know somewhere she's going to be playing at. I'm expecting the vertical play to commence. But instead, as he swings out, he is shot down by Screwy below. Early pickup now. Gods is out, and you lose your Deimos. You lose your vertical player who's looking for some easy picks. Instead now, this is just going to be a nose to the grindstone style of push. Hoping you can find something to cripple and something to play into. And I mean, with Barry still up, he is playing as that Flores. That clears out most of their utility. Just a matter of what you can do with it after. First one going out. They lose in a zombie barricade, but not the shield yet. However, that barricade is a big one to lose because there's no safe way to replace it. Down goes the shield now too, but Screwy with a C4 is able to land it up on the Wizard, finding their hard breacher before he's able to do much of his job. And Screwy walking aggressively forward, finds one on the mirrors for a 3K. Looking for the fourth, rotating around, manager off his side. He's got players all around him. But he gets in behind Los with the DMR, able to shut him down, left very low as that shotgun hit him in the chest, but didn't hit him close enough to take him out. Now as it hits into a 2v4, the timer's down to 45 seconds. Barry gonna get dropped by Dame in what I'm looking like is a very defensive heavy map, I guess. Riot put on a show, and it looks like Encore's looking to hand it right back to him in that same style. 2 kilos from a crouch angle, taking him out through the T-Hall. Finally, they've awoken. Yo, Rickshaw, I see you watching the stream, old man. You better get in here and cast.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
It's the least you can do.
Attackers.
Since you're choosing to be 85 years old.
Changing mags.
So with this basement hold coming in now, we do see a vertical extension with a castle in play to help reinforce and set up that idea. Honestly, I'm liking it. It's going to be some very, very good time to now. We have Screwy up here as well, set up with that Legion. He's just over there setting up now for that little secret walk down, though.
5 seconds left.
And between the zombies and the castle barricades,
Attackers are moving to
they're setting this up however they want, and it's going to be a nightmare push for this attacking team. All that being said, we look at the attack style that it looks like Riot's bringing right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a direct attack. A spawn peek, though, from the side of Goza does not land. What is the plan here from Nano? And they've yet to attempt for his wall. They actually don't have any EMPs on him either. So maybe his wall is not the main idea. Barry, though, starting to slip in, sneak through. He has that Visa off his side. But when you flip up to Screwy now, ooh, yellow stairs. I thought he was pushing over now for that up above Visa area, playing that hatch. You could find maybe an easy kill, maybe two. C4 below, though, almost taking Barry out, or was it an impact? I think it was a C4, though, as Nano does not have his anymore. Hatch now open as they're looking for more aggression points for this team. Because they did put his castle barricade back up. Ooh, we flip over now. Barry looking to get aggressive. We do have mirrors over here as well. Swinging for that Visa side hallway. And the Azami right there ready to swing at him. As the DMR comes out, Screwy had an angle up that hatch. He's pinging out. He knows that they are there, but nobody is going for the swings yet onto these guys. Instead, they are still very, very concerned about the vertical up above, and it looks like it is definitely a hard execute over from this side of the map. Running up the main stairs here, Goza will go down to mirrors. That's a great first pick on their side, looking for that DMR to see what he can open up. Start to maybe take some control across the piano. The Azami off the long angle, not able to find nothing. Nano finds gods, though, down below.
I'm reloading.
And Scree able to pick up one on the lows. Suddenly now it's Wizard fighting for his life down here as Nano gets a good swing onto him. Mirror's going around, though. He has some control. Has a pinch angle onto him, though. May not know what he's in for. As a walk up from Screwy is looking ever so deadly, and Nano is just letting that shotgun sing. However, he goes down to Barry. And Dames drops back down to the safety of sight, right where this push is coming into. Mirror's still sticking with that SMG, even though he's got all these angles to fight against. Swung out on by Dame. And this long angle control is there in his for the taking. Barry, hurt by the Legion traps, 10 seconds in this round. I got a feeling this one's going to fall to our defending team just based off of time alone. All Barry can do is maybe bait for a swing, and instead Dame will give him just what he wants. Hits him, and we see another one go up for Encore. I see a chant in the chat for a reverse sweep, and honestly, that's the way this map's lining up so far.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
You know, I would not be against somebody forfeiting that too. I'm just saying. I don't want to do Fortress. You know, as we see the piano expo room setup coming, they are bringing some very heavy vert presence. Screwy's setting himself up, hopefully going to be using that
5 seconds remaining.
his ability to jump up and down between sites as needed. But I feel this may just be to try and deny a shield, yet we have not seen Riot bring one. Orcs is definitely an operator of all time. Lately he has fallen out of meta, but there is a point where your best roam was always an Orcs main running around with that T5, right? No matter how you look at it, though, a vertical push is a requirement to get through here, because these guys have it locked down very, very heavily. Dame, Screwy both have some very heavy contention up here with Tutulos. This is going to be a masterclass if they're able to push him out, though. And Screwy eating a ton of damage from mirrors there, trying to hit him from that top spiral window. Left down to 1 HP immediately. Your Oryx not in a great position to be. Now both Mirrors, Gods making that clear across with Wizard. Down below we got Barry, who's droning out from the Visa side. And they find the first of one of the many mirror windows he has set up. The clear coming underway. Mirrors runs up, sees the window now, going to be backing off a little bit for time. You need the Ash to get up into position quick, right? Get up there so she can get rid of this mirror and make it a fair fight for your team. And as we see her crouch walk over, we see Screwy pick a good kill up, but Tutulos does go down, playing out outside of this bathroom window. The revive will go down. They need to get some drones in there, see what's going on. Instead, the life comes back up. And Tutulos is able to slam down Los. Tutulos looking to fire after that revive, right? Head tap, though, by Wizard through the wall, spraying onto Screwy, able to take down the 1 HP Oryx as well. Mirrors coming across now, shuts down Dame. 3v2 situation, still Nano and Goza up. Goza looking for the swing bottom spiral here onto Barry. Barry, though, backing off, trying to play smart. Play his time as the scan goes out. The headshot rings. And Mirrors answers it, and there's Barry to close down Goza. Riot pick up map 1 in a 7-2 fashion. Prepping it up now for map 2. Oh god, Fortress. I am not very excited for this. However, 7-2 is one heck of a stat line coming out of the Riot Esports guys. That is a way faster map than what all of us here were expecting. I'm hoping map 2 plays out a little bit better for both of these teams, right? And they've all got good players. Just hoping to see some value out of their play style. Now, let me get this set up. Gonna flip over here. We're gonna take a quick little break. Alrighty. We are back into this one. Riot's going to be starting now with their attack for Fortress. Encore rocking the defense in. Now, as we've seen in the Pro League streams of this and some of the Challenger Series stuff, this is a map controlled, wow, my hair is a wreck, entirely by power positions, right? If you're able to clear them out, perfect. That's why shield rushes have been breaking the line and getting through and moving quick. But power is key. If you're able to lock it down and hold it right, there is no clearing you guys out of spot. So expect a zombies all over the place. She is great for power position play. And that's, again, shields break that. Now, a smoke is a good power position. He's a ride or die for that, though. He's going to play for his life there. I'm expecting a lot of gameplay like that. Either way, the teams are ready to go. Let's go to Fortress, and let me hate this map even more. Oh, my. Excuse me. Not a lot to say about it yet. It's still in the developmental phase. Sorry, I just got the hiccups. As if I wasn't already already at a disadvantage for this cat. A map that plays out so well, so intricate, and overall, such a pain for my brain to understand. We jump in. It's Fortress. Meet me back in the ban phase as we lose both the Dokkaebi, the Clash, the Brava, and the Mira. Oh my gosh. Where's my water?
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Well, I guess I don't have a water.
Reload.
So, we're just gonna see how long these hiccups will last the old-fashioned way. Although I do have some other nice brown drink here to try. As I'm going about this, though, we got Screwy coming out here immediately onto the Denari traps. It will be a setup now for that games rooms, or mid-floor bathroom pool room setup. I'm calling it pool because there's a pool table, right? In games is another call
10
out.
seconds left.
But that Denari, ladies and gentlemen, you need a protractor and follow these angles. He is a great setup mastermind. Should be okay for this map,
Attackers' objective is to
as there's a
locate
lot
bomb
of different
and defuse.
setups that we see, and a lot of small angles like that to hide your gadgets in. The hallways, every single one of them, has some nice crown molding. Tutilos over here, walking it down with Fenrir, and it's time to be afraid. His setups usually go hard. Nano playing that smoke, going to be good for holding out these power positions, and goes up with a DMR. For the long hallways of this map, that DMR is going to be a thing of beauty. Let's see how Riot chooses to attack this one, though, as they do bring out the Deimos once again. Ash up and on board, hoping to see a good rip through from her. And hey, we've had some followers here tonight. We got Zero Impala and Swizzle. Wait, Impala, didn't you play for FVR way back in the day? Oh god, I need to track what's going on. Tutilos gets that opening pick, then down goes your Thatcher. A great one to rip off board early. You don't have any wall denial though, so the Thatcher's not the most important. However, for these Fenrirs, that Thatcher's next to unstoppable. Mirror's looking to push himself up these main stairs, grenading his way through. Does slowly push off Nano, who's up here as the smokes, and down goes some of these canisters just to buy some more time. Play down below is underway. They are sending some drones up after him, but he is waiting and watching. The grenade comes up, lands in his lap. Nano gets away with some damage, but still upright. Taking down his gods, gets the swing over. And we also lost Dame somewhere in that engagement. So bodies now up on the side of Riot. Let's see what Encore can cook up and make happen here. They are down bodies, but being in the defensive position on a relatively new map like this one still gives you that factor of, well, the attacks aren't going to be the cleanest, aren't going to be the smoothest. as nobody's had time to prepare and push other defensive styles. Flash going deep now, and does not hit anybody but his own teammate. And main wall going to be coming open at the bottom of the tower side. Gives them a good gunner angle, plus a nice rotate in. Denari's right there in the bedroom waiting though. Swinging out, laying damage onto Barry. Manages to pick the kill and stop a rotate from being open. Now it's just a kill box. Wizards trading damage out. He has really no safe angle to retreat to. Goes going to find Gods as well. Screwy up onto another pick. Screwy goes down though. It's a 2v1 situation for Wizards to win if he chooses to. It's all about the gunplay though, and Goza with the DMR long off catches him. And we do have some Riot fans in the chat. Everybody, drop a name. Who are we rooting for tonight? Who is everybody here for? I'm here for the hatred of Fortress. That's about it. Yeah, Not Rod dropping a follow too. What's up, Not Rod? It's Not Rod? Cars?
Reload.
Oh well, flipping it back in now. Encore starting up their defenses hot, picking up one round. That's when they go on their attack of that last map. Either way, back into the map. We're going to poke a little bit of fun at that because it's very odd that you see a 6-0 in competitive. And with the Solus shotgun coming out, man, you better play some vertical with that, right? That's the main use of utility for it. Being able to shoot the floors open when you know someone's there droning. Instead, they're just trying to lock down this second floor defense to see what they're able to hold. Again, the power position out here near the armored horse is really good. Gives you a lot of angle to play, a lot of safety to play from. But the sub now over near bunks is absolutely wicked. This attacking team already moving pretty quick though, as they're all starting to storm over one side of the map. Hopefully we see a good executed tower push come through, as this is a good attacking spot to gain. If you can take good control here, things tend to fall your direction, but you got to be able to get in there and hold good control over it. Barry dropping down to safety, and the way that these punch holes are set up, it's a one-way almost, especially where Goza's playing them from. But now he's got to split attention back to that single door. And Dame moves off now, playing that roam down below. Hopefully he's able to find somebody, anybody, everybody that he wants to. Mars going to be going in, trying to make a quick play for his team, but he's got a smoke shotgun close up in that hallway. If he's not ready for this deadly swing coming. Although Nano makes some noise, but Nano gets a pick with it. Goes, eats a lot of damage, manages to get away. Still has his life up though. And smoke canisters are going out to try and support his teammate. Gauze playing that far off angle from Museum, looking to see what he can find. Not able to land very many shots. Los eating a little bit of damage now as the spraying goes back and forth through the wall. Dame's able to find a pick. Now up to a 5v3 on the side of Encore. I mean, Fortress may not have been their map pick, but they are absolutely enjoying themselves in this defense so far. Solus being tracked and targeted down now by Gods. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him drop downstairs. Instead, maybe that drone is just saying, hey, we can take a 4v3 on site. It should be safe for us. It's just not worth putting a body down onto him. As I'm saying, though, Los is set up on main stairs to try and provide some coverage and clearing for him. Swing now for Bunks. They got a lot of bodies close. Grenade going out. Does not land. Tutulos gets a good kill up there onto Los. Gods is stuck. But Gods finds that kill anyway. Tutulos taken down. Up comes Dame on that main stairs flank around. Getting up into the face of him. Gets the down onto the Deimos. And Dame pulls himself up for a 2K now. 1v4 situation for Barry. The ex-M1 player. Assuming X. I mean, he's playing for Riot right now. And he has M1 in his name. Hits the clean headshot over onto Screwy. 1v3 situation for him. And so much damage off of those traps. And he is still just stuck in by that Malusi. Timer down to 5 seconds here. He's running in, making the plays, but Goes right there with a DMR, letting it scream out. Down goes Barry, and Riot, or Encore pulls another one up. Riot so far struggling with their attacks. Nye, Encore's winning this map for sure. Better than Consulate. Yeah, their defenses are looking absolutely on fire so far. I don't see a 6-0, but it's on the board still. The possibility's there. If they hit another clean round like that last one,
Attackers need to locate
we may see
and
Encore
defuse
just walk
the
away
bomb.
with a good win. Coming down here now, first floor in for the kitchen setup. Let's see what we can look at. Castle on board. Gonna be locking down into that downstairs entry bathroom. Infirmary setup. I'm liking it. Head holes, feet holes, everything to play. What you gotta watch for is the window. That window gets deadly if you try and play these head holes close, so you gotta play back in the beds.
Before insertion.
And unless you're on the side of Encore, then you're just gonna swing the windows and maybe get some kills out of it. Dame dropping off now to Laundry side. That's a good spot for the Azami. She controls a lot of this map if she's able to keep her body up. A good chunk of the hallways and a stairway down to it. But instead, we see Dame going for a run out. Not able to land nothing there as Wizard is shutting him down with rounds spraying out towards him. Flipping upstairs, Denari is still up and active. Is he just baiting for sound? I think he is. Goza playing up above Old Tower. That run out may have been a bait there from Dame. Get him to try and play that doorway straight into the line of sight. It goes. The drones are coming in though, shutting down that bait play. They do escape to safety even though the window's coming open right next to them. It's now back up into a setup of just play for the downstairs. Except for Screwy. Keeping the roam game up and alive. They do have a clear coming down through from Mears, Los, and Gods. And Barry. It looks like a full tower side push. As all five are stacking up Old Tower. And Deimos now targeting out Screwy. The man is up here in a 1v5. No one around him yet. Now coming up is Nano. Ghost on the other side of the map. Screwy may just be playing his body back to bait his teammates for some kills. Getting Nano in a good position here on main stairway. Then Deimos swings out. Nano gets a pick, managing to slip away with 1 HP. Still keeping his body up and alive. Los was right there along with Mears. Neither one taking any damage, but they did light him up. Hatch gonna be ripped open from briefing room. That'll drop him straight down into this little hold here for the vending. Right on top of Dame, but maybe that's what he wants as he now has some room to play back inside of Infirmary. The setup coming into use. Los getting into a swing battle against Screwy up here. Screwy has some good positioning, but Los looking to even things up. Sends the flash, runs right at him. Screwy goes down. Los eats some damage. Now, with these gridlocks in here, slowing things down, it's going to be hard for these guys to push around. Mears has two Elos trapped in. A swing in from Barry to assist as well. Trading out a down for a body, but Mears able to finish two Elos off. 3v3 situation as Riot continues to aggress forward. Mears now has control of that main hallway. They've got Dame tucked back into Infirmary. Grenade coming in after him. Losing one of his grenades, though. Over there, pulled in. Does not land, but he swings through far. And down he goes. Wizard going for the plant now. 1v3 situation. Planter's down. You have time now on your side. Dame with that Infirmary control. Wizard looks like he may have planted. Skedaddle back for that long angle to defend it. But Nano is up playing close with that super shorty. Almost stopping the... Oh, he did stop the planter, but Nano lands the kill with the super shorty anyway. Gotta be picking diffuser before the revive. And this one going to Encore as well. Not as clean as those last couple of rounds, but still a very good defense out of it.
locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Encore does get themselves a nice 3 sweep for their defenses so far. Huh, Tutulos is invisible because he's up on the table. Nice. Let's see now what this defense is prepping up.
Bomb located by
Smoke
attackers.
on board as well as a Thorn. That should buy them a lot of time. Mix it in with Dame on that Malusi. Definitely a good time buying operator there. She slows him down, shuts him down, and hopefully we can get Goza in for a couple good swings as he's currently sitting 4-0 with that DMR in hand yet again. You know, he's feeling deadly.
Razor wire deployed.
Yeah, I know. My coverage of this map sucks. You don't gotta tell me. Nano playing as the Jaeger with the shotgun. That's an odd play. Usually the 416's your go-to, right? But he's going to be locking main stairs down there with it. Gods is playing up with that Blackbeard shield, looking to see if he can maybe get a rush down onto him. Barry covering up above. They do start to take that lobby side control. Drone work is key and pivotal for this site setup in a movement forward. They're getting some live pings on. However, there's a cross angle being held now by Screwy setting up for lobby. And he does get flashed out, or stunned out, sorry, by one of those fire extinguishers.
Bloom going in.
Trying to cover his stairs now. Throws a Razor Bloom straight up onto one. God's going to find that pick. Screwy's stuck in now between them. Down he goes as God runs in for a second one. Barry's still covering the main stairs so no one can run down onto his teammates. At least covering the window, which is going to make a lot of noise, make it hard to push down. And Tutulos reinforcing off, saying, hey, we lost our bodies here. We can just cover play. Los, a little bit of damage now from Dame. And, ooh, that wall's going to be hard to get open. You don't have a good soft breacher for it. And you're just going to rely on your ace charges to maybe get them. One tap. Goza finds mirrors. Tutulos swinging out straight into the shield player. Galds goes down as he gets a good swing angle onto the Blackbeard. However, Tutulos is pinned in. Wizards right there finding Dame. Two of them rush in as Los hits him with a DMR. Down he goes. Goza finds Wizard though. Looking for Barry. DMRs v DMRs as Goza's still up into a 1v2 situation. Scan coming out from Barry as Los gets the plant. Goza's still holding the cross angle. Waiting for Barry to swing, but this plant goes down. It's going to change everything around for how this round needs to play. Barry not needing to swing this, goes for it anyway. And they're just trading damage back and forth. Goes to going for the quick peek, puts him at 1 HP, but not enough to take him down. Long angle off from this twitch. Hits him with a pistol, does not take him out though. The same moment where you just got to stop, breathe, reload, and think. Drone's coming out now from the twitch, and he is pinched in between the two of them. Barry did go down though. I didn't realize Barry went down. This changes this round a little bit around. Los still up, just has to play time. And Goza going to be going for this plant. Diffuse. Los has got a swing as this round's over in the favor of Riot already. And as Goza goes to finish his kill, Los catches him on the way back. And we got a follow coming in. Thank you, little stunner, for the follow. Riot putting their first round on the board for Fortress. So we're not going to see a perfect defensive sweep to start the map like we done that last one. Encore, though, still sitting pretty at 3-1. And I mean, a 5-1 split still perfectly possible for them.
Attackers need to locate.
Who knew Barb does 90 damage? My good sir, you were at 1 HP.
Changing mix. I'm reloading.
Oh my. Sorry, I don't know what to say. But Screwy coming down here for that infirmary, set up for a jump out. We are going to be seeing an Oryx roam yet again. As well as Dame sitting down here music. We did see that double roam work really, really well that last time. They played into each other's hands fairly well to hold those main stairs. But that's an entirely different ball game from what we're looking at now. God's getting active in there with that Blackbeard, taking some control of Old Tower. He's in a safe spot for drones though, so you'll love to see it. Get the drones out, figure out where these guys are. Mir's looking to play aggressive here on this rappel, looking for his first kill of the map. Able to find it yet, however, Nano is looking to swing somebody from this games room. Smoke on, Sledge on main stairs is going to be going through to try and clear. We do have Gods coming up here with that Blackbeard, taking some map control, at least shouting out where these guys are, and they've got players all around them. As Bear is walking up the tower side, eating some damage, does leave Nano at 1 HP. Mir's able to find Tutulo's first kill up on the board for him. Swinging around now, he's got the Blackbeard there for the assist to help out and give some live pings. And we see Gods eating some damage as these guys are just trying for the leg taps onto him. And a swing out is punished there as your Ash will go down to the Mute sitting close. Mute very, very low here, being struck by this Twitch drone. Dame able to take Barry down. Nano is waiting, shotgun at the ready for this Blackbeard to push up as Encore looks to put another map away on their favor. And everybody else still playing out. We do have Los coming in now to try and help out his Blackbeard, looking for these swing angles. Nano is able to slam down Blackbeard, gets shut down by a DMR though. But the aggressive angles punished there as Goza finds one, finds another, shuts down Wizard. Encore pull up now, 4-1 over top of Riot Esports. Telling you, DMRs are king for this map. Either that or Goza is just, you know, Himothy. But I'm going to give Goza the props he deserves. Sitting pretty at 9-1. God, why?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Excuse me.
Wall secured.
Come on, Riot, lock it in, says little stunner. And right now, Riot, they need all the help they can get. 4-1 is not a spot to be. You gotta hopefully bring it up to a 4-2 for the end of the half. Because a 5-1 on a map that's playing out the way this one has so far with Encore heating up, locking in. Let's hope they run into some defense or attacking side faults like we've seen Riot hitting if we want to see a very competitive map too. Right now, Riot is just struggling with some of their gunfights. That has been a main kicker for this map. They haven't been easily winning quite as many as they were before. C4 ripping at the ready from Screwy, waiting to see what they can find. Goes up behind the Blackbeard, lands, but doesn't pick the kill as Blackbeard dashes his way out of there. They do take some space. They lose one of their C4s, and Screwy abandons that idea. He is out of there, and he is gone, but Blackbeard now in position, looking to maybe battle it out against Goza. And Goza has that long angle, looking for the head tap onto him. Instead, now we see Encore giving up a lot of land, backing themselves into safety, going back towards site. They do not have any first floor roamers at the moment. A little bit of a switch up from what we've been seeing out of this team. Right now, falling into the very drone-heavy gameplay style that we've been watching them play out throughout this map. God's coming up, taking control of Games Room, and continuing to run on with some power. Met by some Goyo fire, though. Bandit is right there for briefing, stopping any sort of forward push. Another Goyo fire at the ready when this one burns out. Gods is waiting. AR up, and there is the Goyo. Nano looking for a swing for himself. So far, not finding very much. The Twitch drone gonna be the annoyance though. They lose one more of their fires. Do not lose any HP to it. And Bandit, now batteryless, gives up position, gets the reinforce off on the wall. And they're just buying time after buying time. Making their way forward. Wizard gets that wall open for briefing, but now it's just suddenly another set of hard walls to deal with, and they're out of breaching charges. Now as Riot force themselves now into the hallway play, as you have no way to open walls, things could get ugly. Malusi going up to play aggressive though, sitting in the tub of bathroom looking for some fighting angles. Flashbangs are put in use, but without any easy way to swing off, things could get ugly. Gods eats a ton of damage. Mears picks one up there. Malusi goes down to the Blackbeard. Blackbeard finds another one on Nagoza. Suddenly it's Screwy in a 1v5. The type of round Riot has been looking for this whole map. They know where Screwy's at now due to one of those Nomad air jabs. And damage is being traded back and forth. Barry goes for it with a pistol. Hits the flawless round for his team. As Riot do manage to pull at least another round as it goes to a 4-2 half. Riot moving to defense now. You know, for the bans here again, maybe in a zombie. Wouldn't hate to see it. I want to see a Malusi ban because she had just proved so useful on that last round. But it's all up to the teams, right? Who do you really want to get rid of? I recommend a Blackbeard though, because the shields are dangerous, and we know after that first map, Encore does employ a shield. Clash and Grim both gone, shutting down some of the execution and a very stonewall defender. As we see this next one rip, come on. Don't prove me a liar for this second set of bans. Don't do it. Well, kind of. They get rid of the Blitz and the Bandit, though. I mean, if you want to try and deny some walls, you got to get the Kaid out of the drawer. Denari coming up for Mirrors now. We got Warden employed. Mira up on Los, and Mira can be great for pretty much every map you want to put her on.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Let's see these Denari setups, though. I mean, that's what I'm always the most interested in. I liked Legos a lot as a kid, so to me, Denari's a great operator. You get to build it your way, right? That was always Lego's thing, build it your way. Yeah, Mirrors, that was called on stream in case you're wondering. You just wasted 2 of yours. C4 ready from Barry now. He's seen it used against him last round. Hoping to maybe use it this round. Instead, aggressing his window. C4 out. Does not land on anybody because it didn't hit the window seal. It went flying far. And he chooses now, hey, it's not worth going for the run out, man. Keep your body upright. Attack still looking for somewhere to start their footing and foothold to take this map. Right now, looking like the old tower may be the play. Still one more C4 on board though, and that is Los that has it. So play is still there for the Blackbeard. Grenade going out, destroying these zombie shields. We see Gods take a lot of damage. Tutulos with the DMR able to slam down Mirrors. Looking like a 5v4 off rip for the start of this one. God's still extremely low. He gives up that briefing side hold and retreats to safety. Reinforcements coming up into play. And right now the Thermite will hold a lot of power in his hands as he's the only breacher on this team. So if we see Riot get an early pick on him before he's able to start getting these walls open, they have a very high chance of winning this round out. As we said though, Hard Breach running through dormitory, eating some rounds. Goes is right over there with him though. Takes briefing room control. Now the phone call coming out. They hear one close. That is Wizard playing in here, tucked in, has the head holes in bathroom. Or not a head hole, sorry. That is a mirror that's been popped. So at least a decent setup here. Smoke's coming out. And the wall gonna get breached open by Thermite. And we see Wizard retreat back to some safety here. Just a little half wall to play behind. That Blackbeard looking to dance. He's out here playing for briefing. He wants some control. Flip it over now. God's playing up against... Oh, man, who was that? That was Screwy over there with that DMR. Wizard, though, the man to watch. Grenaded out of position. Still manages to get away to some safety. Left at 1 HP now. And Riot will find a good pick there, but Screwy's up behind. Los for that earlier opening one there. Barry going down as well as Screwy's getting active with his DMR. Finds 3 of them as Los will go down. Suddenly now it is just God's left up in, but goes up with his AR, able to shut him down. That Blackbeard rush works like a charm every time. If that shotgun hole was just like an inch higher, the Azami would have been able to play there cleanly and maybe find a couple picks when she stood up.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I see somebody saying clean it up, Riot, let's go. And right now, Encore's looking to maybe put this one away early. We got Whiskey Glitter in the chat. Yo, Whiskey, check your DMs. I sent you a message. Ah, good old Fortress, man. I still don't understand this map at all.
10 seconds left.
Oh, I hate it. I hate myself for not understanding it, though.
5 seconds to go.
Is that another popped Mira? That's an early popped Mira. They're just abusing her. Ooh. I have a chicken tender and a free Riot Esports t-shirt to rig the game. Okay, guys, due to a technicality, Encore have forfeited the rest of this map and the next map, giving it to Riot in a 2-0 fashion. Yeah, we're going to go to sleep on that one. That's interesting. Okay. Dame already catching one of the Legion mines to the feet as he starts to make his push down through the Reno Tower. But the clear has got to happen. They've got to start making their way towards site. We're already so late into this round. Not a body has been picked. No damage has been laid. Awkward start to the round on my part. Sorry, I was reading something. But we got Nano now making his way in through hallway. They are gaining some control of this map as they're making their way through. But there is a lot that stands in their way. All these mirrors up in play. Just such a challenge, dude. And there's a swing over. Mirrors eating a lot of damage. Goes up. Screwy finding 2. Dropping him down. And he's looking for his 3rd. But shots ring out. Nothing lands. And a swing in from Tuchelos. Just a quick head tap now. Riot dropping bodies all around as Encore looks to put this one away into match point. But it's not over yet. Wizards and Riot or Los are still up for the Riot team. 2v5 is still always winnable, right? Still always winnable. Smoke grenades coming out to buy them some time, but the smokes just really don't deal enough damage to make them that big of a factor in this game. Tuchelos, though, with the DMR ringing out. Wizards hitting a quick peek onto him. And there's Dame shutting him down. Los now up into the 1v4. Grenades coming everywhere. There's a quick one as Encore puts us to match point. The Blackbeard, like I said, gonna be a thorn in the side for this entire team. So Riot burning now their tack timeout. Match point may be a little bit too late for it, as we see Encore starting to steamroll through their defenses. Well, started by steamrolling through their defenses. Now onto the attack, putting the pressure on. Let's make it interesting. Goes up to 11-2. Pin saying, "Let me have some hope for chill." Bro, I don't know what to say. This one is Riot's getting absolutely creamed on this round. That last map, they had control. They were pushing hard. This one, not so much.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Bro said that's a good bribe. I know it's a good bribe. So now with the kitchen defense setting up, prepping up, could be the very last one is the game, as Encore called the Fletchers and set the arrows right because they're flying straight and true. This one, so far, has been a Kickstarter of a game to give some hope to the Encore side. Riot thought they were running away with an easy, maybe 2-0. They even said that in the match chat earlier on. And I don't think Encore is going to let them go to bed easily. Somebody wants to DM Barry and say, so, Dead by Daylight? Mirror's up on the roam now. Maybe looking to jumpstart his own gameplay. Hopefully he's able to find something. But we see Wizard go down immediately to the Tuchelos with the DMR. Your smoke being burnt out that fast is definitely a pain. You know, that's your late round operator. The longer he's alive, the better he burns. Right now, shut down in his prime. Barry looking for that long angle now over onto Nanovirus, the Ace. Ace is walking up, walking forward. Shut down, down with the hard breach. That's your only hard breach too, by the way, for this round. And it looks like Gods is there trying to stir something up. Mirror's holding back now for some control the other side of the map. Low still locking sight down with that fire. That Tachanka LMG ringing out. Tuchelos eating some damage here as we see Mirrors going for these wild swings, trying to find something onto him. They've got live pings though. And that is a big key element to trying to shut him down here. But there are drones on Mirrors as well. He's got players all around him. And that's some flashes coming out. No, it's a Ying coming out. And Screw with the DMR able to take one down. Low's still up, trying to defend. Pushed in by his own DMR. Tuchelos gets a kill. Tuchelos with another 3K on this one. God's now up into a 1v3 that he just made for himself. And there is Tuchelos sitting a 4K, sending him down. We're going to take a little leap over to map 3 as this one goes 7-2 as well, this time to the side of Encore. After that last map, this night just got a whole lot more interesting. 2 7-2 maps, but just trading which side they're on. And they're trading map picks, by the way. I was told that Fortress was the pick of Riot. Encore just made it their map. Coming up next will be Lair. And we're hoping for some more spectacular gameplay. Either way, we'll be right back while we set up the new lobby. You join me back here as we prep it up for map 3. Lair coming out looking strong, I hope. As Riot, that last map, got put down. But map 3 is the big determiner. They've traded maps so far, both in a 7-2 fashion, which is mind-blowing. Because usually you pick a map, you're very good at your side of it. The map 3 being that decider map, nobody has influence over it. You just kind of had to roll with what was left. So I'm hoping to see some good plays out of both sides. Riot will be kicking their defenses off strong, and we're hoping to see something big out of them. Make some plays, make the big splash roams if you have to. Either way, Lair is where it starts. Everybody's in and we're ready to go. Lair getting it underway. Killer beats to a great map, right? Either way, I forgot to include my mic in that map transition. So I'm just here talking to myself like an idiot until I looked over and realized. Either way, we got the Blackbeard gone. Fall Knight in with a bandit ban. Should have seen my face when I heard the maps. Yeah, this map pool tonight has just been an absolute headache for me. I would rather sit down and read a quantum physics book than cast these 3 maps, especially in this order. That's just how it is. Cannot stand Fortress, cannot stand Consulate, cannot stand Lair. But here we are, best of 3, hitting all 3. Kaid, Blitz off board, so at least the aggression should be tamed down a little bit. You know, you lose 2 heavy playing shield operators looking to get up in your face.
Reload.
Oh god. Seriously, my one buddy sent me an aerospace engineering book that he used while he was in college. And I'm sitting here looking at it on the shelf next to me going, man, that seems more fun than this map pool. And I know the teams agree with me. Barry is upset that his Dead by Daylight ELO is being sold because we're still in this best of 3. Either way, Barry's looking to set up the roam of doom and aggression as he's down here for the ranged run out. I'm hoping to see it. Get the aggression game up early. That is what Lair is all about. Playing these off angles, playing it fast, right? But Goza up on the Monty, going to be trying to take space towards site immediately as he now starts control of this back hallway.
Bomb located by attackers.
Wizard is in position now to maybe set up and deny just a little bit. At least he's a good counter to that shield, and Gods is able to slam Tuchilos off the back. Good night, Grim. A good pickup.
Setting up a sequential breach.
There's Mears losing his little bit of coverage that he had, taken down by Dame, who rushed the opening in the wall. Ace has been so good for the start of this map so far, opening up a lot of kill holes that were much needed. And this defense backing off to play position around them. Still 2 minutes left in this round. Barry off on his own roam. Look what he can pick up. He's still in a good power spot to control this. And the Shumika fire from Tachanka is going to be absolutely vital in stopping this Russian aggression. But top mezzanine being walked through and cleared. The drones are still up. They are pushing for Tachanka. They do find him. The Azami's in good position here, but she has an issue now. Ace is up on her. The bathroom window's open. That's her safety route now closed off to, or actually I guess opened up for them, but closed off to her. She swings forward for Monty. Ace right there to shut her down. Good night to Gods. Looks like the Kings may outmatch him. Now wall coming open. Let's see what Riot can do to hold up here. Encore want to start getting themselves in position to plant. And they have a good setup to swing for this Tachanka. Wizard moving out now to storage side. We got Barry playing for a super long aggressive angle. But the Monty is right there to provide the coverage for them. As a DMR rings in straight towards Barry. He's using that smoke as some coverage to get out of there and maybe aggress this Monty out of position just a little bit. More smokes rolling in now and fires from Screwy. The plant should be underway shortly. They are moving up now, taking full top mez control. Both Monty and Smoke are stacked up though to try and shut down the plant. Barry will get dropped now by Nano. We see Wizard lose his life to a swing in from Dame. Down goes Dame though. 10 seconds left on board. They need to get the fuser in and start getting it planted. Coming through that now back hallway, Lowe's starts to retake that side of the map. Coming up in behind, gets Screwy, but Screwy gets him first. Shutting him down now, plant right there in spot. Encore look to maybe take an early lead as they pull up 1-0 and continue moving forward. In all seriousness though, people, if these are the map pulls I'm going to be getting, brother, I'm going to need paid because, oh my god. You can't give me any fun ones. We got pins saying lock in. Yeah. Basement defense now coming out of Riot. And God's going to be setting up for a bit of a Scopos roam. Hopefully able to keep some of that vertical pressure because that is what controls this downstairs is how many bodies you can keep stacked up above. Ram controls the map, yet they choose not to bring her yet. Instead, we're going to be seeing Brava come out, and that could lead to at least an easy pick onto one of his shield bodies. God's pulling himself now up onto the firing range, seeing what he's able to get. If he's able to get his own shots out on the range. God, I'm tongue twisted for days on that one. Because I'm trying to think of a way to be punny with it, and I'm already stumbling words forward as it is. Defense is spread. It is a good positioning now. Mir's looking to try and defend this warehouse side as the ace does rip open the wall just a little bit, at least getting started with it. All that is some good head holes for some aggression. Meanwhile, Goza running around outside, hopefully making some entries. You've got to get aggressive with that shield early on and start pushing towards these guys down below. Clear them out, at least force them back to sight, and then start your vertical descent down onto them. As he moves forward, he runs head first straight into Mears, who is standing there at the weight. He's got Dame right in behind him. The two of them going to be making this push forward to clear. Ping's going around. He says, hey, watch for the swing from him. But instead, we see Mears back himself off into barrels back to some relative safety. And Nano is playing that drone hole. We're going to maybe force Mears out of position here. It's not working out the way they quite intended to, as they didn't have the back pressure on him. Leave him to a clean escape route at least. And nobody is even upstairs to start pushing yet. So far, it's just Gods and Barry up here just roaming around for some fun. All the aggression has been in that basement warehouse side. Dame moving forward with the grenades. Hopefully going to start taking that missile control. We do hear the ace coming in. That's going to open up even more of this downstairs map. Goodbye to some more cover. Get back to some of your safety. And your last line of defense is getting ever so close. Coverage is being laid forward. An aggressive grenade from Dame as he looks to push forward up off of it. It does almost push Lewis out of position, but Lewis still holding strong with that shotgun close. Nano able to pick one up onto Barry. Lewis scared about what's behind him. He has no real easy way out of here. A shotgun this close, though, means almost instantaneous death for Dame, and down he goes, but another one is picked as Wizard gets down to Screwy. Goza eats a ton of damage now. Mirror's looking to play aggressively up as after he laid all that damage. Down will go Goza. Down goes your shield. They swing straight into Brava. And Riot do have some advantage here. But Tuchelo shuts one down. He's now deep into the backside of this site. Him and Lowe's taking a spray fight at each other. Both whiffing heavily. Nano runs in to shut him down. As Nano pulls an absolute stellar round out so far. 5-0 sitting pretty. Barry saying you might be so blessed. Encore putting up 2-0 for the start of map 3. Cheddar Goblin the Greater, thanks for the follow, man. Do you steal cheddar? Is that what Cheddar Goblin is? Or are you a goblin made of cheddar? These are the answers that I need. If you're a cheese goblin, I mean, if you're a goblin that steals cheese, I gotta go hide my stash again. If you're a goblin made out of cheese, you'll be a fine addition to my collection. Either way, now we're going to be seeing Riot bring themselves back upstairs. The Mirror is on board, and they're going to be aggressively holding out into the paintings, jumping with at least one window. Another one set up for some control of... Oh, I just seen it. I'm being stupid right now.
5 seconds to insertion.
The armory room. Yeah, I don't know why my brain just blanked. I'm like, I know I seen the second one set up. I just don't remember where I'd seen it. I thought I'd seen it on the main wall. Now, Tachanka set up yet again for a good hold position like we seen him in earlier. Mirror's going to be playing for this top mez hallway, but I get a feeling with the ace on board, they're going to be losing a lot of map position really, really quickly due to that. The ace so far this map has been an absolute difference maker for these Encore attacks. He's opened so many vital push walls that it's not even funny. Just like that, in position again, but God's gonna at least shut it down so you can't swing through it, and that makes this job a little bit easier in sight. And that could be something very detrimental to the rest of this push. Nano moving forward with that ace. He's got his Monty there for support. You got Mirrors prepping his C4 out. Instead, now forced to play back off. They lose top control of Mez through the hallway because the hard breach has just been so effective for this team. Credit where it's due, right? Play for Mirrors now. Go below. You have a C4. They've got a Monty. That's like a #1 easy priority kill. Get that Monty off the board. Instead, they're playing up. Wall going to be at least attempted to breach open. C4 lands in Monty's lap. Doesn't kill him. And they do shut down the hard breach. He's out of charges, so they just get themselves a good kill hold. Nothing more. But Screwy still has hard breach charges in his pocket. Zero and Paulie. Yeah, I played for FDR on console. Yeah, I think I have a picture I got to show you, Zero. DM me on Discord.
The barrier is activated.
What is this? A zombie set up a shotgun, rings out onto Tutelos. You lose your Grim. But a temporary one-way angle is being made out. And some fires going back to try and push the zombie out of position, but she still has some safety back in here. Another firebolt rings out. Shuts him down just for a little bit longer. God's being burnt out by the fire, looking for safety. Instead runs into the line of fire of his Tachanka. Doesn't take any damage off that, but still up. And they will be going for the wall setup now. Screwy eats a lot of damage. He team kills his Monty too. Doesn't even make up for the damage, or for the team kill. Instead he eats damage. Then he's taken down by the Tachanka with a quick peek off. Another one swinging onto Dame. Looking for the 3 pieces. He shuts down Nano. And that's Tachanka the way he's meant to be played. Give him a fortune, set him up as a Gambino. It's from Mandy. It's a goblin that vomits cheddar on children or mac and cheese on... I'm claiming that goblin for myself. You will make a fine addition to my collection. Azami and Monty now both banned out. That Monty was really, really good for a lot of those pushes when he's not shot in the back of his head by his teammates. And that Azami, that setup that we just watched her pull out, it's an understandable ban. This time, though, Riot looking to bring it down now to the basement. Nope, nope, they flip it up to bunks. Never
Attackers
mind.
need to locate and defuse bomb.
I thought for sure they were going to go basement there. Triple shield ban, looking like a malevolent game out here, as shield bans are king. But these attacking bans, getting rid of the electrical, getting rid of the Azami, sets it up for some good execute playstyle. A full 5-man swap for these defenders, or for these attackers now, as they choose to entirely rework the lineup, sticking with at least bringing a Dokkaebi and a Thermite. Everyone else, flip it around, have a go with it.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and
As they prep now to attack this mid floor, you gotta watch, because everybody like Barry, Wizard, and Mears chilling upstairs. Their vertical presence needs to be noted. They do not have a ram to try and clear to make your own vertical though. So that's an element that is highly missing off this attack that could come back to bite them. However, just clear it and run down. Drone work is coming into play though by Encore. Hope they're able to at least find some of these guys and make it clear. Goza and Barry still hunting for their first kill. Mirrors puts up his second. His down goes Tutulos. First pick onto your hard breach, and suddenly you're a little bit desperate though, as Nano has already used both of his charges. And you have no easy way to breach now into sight. Screwy going down to gods. Riot is opening this map up aggressive, and Dame sending some of these Ying Candelas in. Looking for a swing fight here against, I believe that's Wizard up there. Instead, wall bangs him out, and down he goes. But the issue with a wallbang, you don't know when you down the guy. He's still fully resable. They have some coverage there in play by these guys. And the movement is coming forward to play for him. God's going to hit the revive onto his buddy. Wallbangs back and forth there, looking for this Ying. We see Goza go down to Mears, though. Quick one tap as Nano gets dropped now by Los. It is up to Dame, 2-1v5 against the Riot Esports team that's looking on fire. Mears running up, shotgun out, flawless round for the defense. Gosh, I almost said the attack. Man, that shotgun hits like a truck anymore, and I don't know why. But 2-2 as Riot start to claw their way back into this map.
attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as possible.
Look up Cheddar Goblin ad from Mandy. Trust. Okay, maybe we'll do that later. Basement defense coming out of Riot yet again. Their last one crumpled. This one should not falter as this team is looking to heat themselves up and keep themselves alive in map 3. Los having an absolute heater game, by the way, so far at 6-2. Give credit where it's due, as Nanovirus right behind him up 5-2. Come on, Barry, give us the spawn peek we're all waiting for. Barry and Mears both playing upstairs, hoping to keep some bodies alive vertical, right? That's what you want to do, keep the top side pressure. Instead, everybody's moved themselves into basement. Nobody's playing for the vertical. No ram on board yet again to take advantage of it. What type of league is this? This is tier 4, my guy. Really well done, well organized by our Rickshaw Ace and the rest of the crew over here at AGL. Pretty good teams, though. A lot of guys that are unknown, unheard of, undiscovered, just looking for their shot. And that's why we're here doing this. Giving them some fun, right? Let's see what this attack has planned up. Twitch drones coming out, getting rid of their cams. Drones out one. Wizard eats a touch of damage there. I'm not sure what from. But Tuchelis now has some vertical control. Everybody else still just chilling outside. Nino did open up the big warehouse wall. Goza making his way forward now, trying to swing in, but Mears is right there into the barrel's doorway. And away he goes. Goza, though, coming in for a rush. Feet holes are good for him, but he's got a pistol shotty to make his own, saying, hey, you made feet holes, I'm going to make head holes. We're just going to have a swing battle for it. Attempting now to open up missile wall, instead shut down by Gods. The Tuberal coming in clutch here. Wizard going down to Dame, though. First pick now in favor of the attacking team as Encore look to bring themselves forward. I see who else observing. It's just me. It's always just me. I don't have an observer yet. I'm not that special. Dame coming up forward, trying to find his way into staff. He's got guys all around him, all in control. Shots on the low. Slow seats a lot of damage. Almost finding the headshot on a Dame, though. Damage back and forth. Man, Dame is a center of attention now, but Mears will go down to Nanovirus as he makes his way forward. Opens things up for Dame. Nano with a good double pick, but screw to slam him. And, gets slammed, but back and forth you go. Encore picks up the round. That push down now from that back boiler side was a good one from Dokkaebi. Siege double shot? Yeah, Cheddar, they're always here. They're my homies. I'll show you my hoodie here. Well, actually, I do that real quick while we're in between rounds. Let me just, Ow. Double shot hoodie. They're the boys. They're the family. Us casters, we all stick together, trying to make a difference and improve this community.
Attackers need to locate and defuse the bomb.
Flipping it in out of this round, they're bringing it upstairs. Their defenses up here have been very much on point, hoping for a 3-3 split. Instead, though, Encore, they know what to expect. They know about that Tachanka play we've seen so much. The Azami now off board makes it so much harder. I feel like we could see this one fall to the attacking side. Let me just go answer this. Not playing any C4s down below, but they don't got to worry about the Monty this time. That Monty has been very, very good for taking that top mez control like they've been bringing. And in this time, too, they elect to avoid bringing the ace, as that has been impact tricked and shut down the last round they were up here. You really can't impact trick a thermite off these walls.
Reloading! Cover me!
Let's see what our boy Nano's doing over here. Still no wall denial, but wait a minute. Did they do a trick like I think they did? Nope. Main wall is got. And there's a pick as Goza finds his first one of the half, and Wizard will go down out with the smoke. In with the rest of the team. Let's see what a 4v5 will bring up now for Riot, who are just struggling to keep themselves up in this map. Mir's laying down an operational. He's waiting close. God's going for a swing battle against them. Mir's may be able to find himself the perfect play. As he lays here, continues to wait. Lets one run right past, finds a pick, but gets shut down by Dame. However, hard breach off board. And there is no hard breach utility for the rest of these walls. Main wall is open though. It is a good cover point for Barry. 4v3 situation as everything's starting to kick off. Screwy making his way down through reception. Hopefully going to be able to get a body up into that top mez and start taking control and clearing there. But the way these guys are spread out with God's playing right here for the top mez stairs, he's now being targeted out by Screwy. Screwy looking for an angle down below, not able to find it because of the hard flooring. I really would not be surprised at all if we don't see a rush up the stairs by him. As grenades come out, he is making movement towards them. And just like that, now top mez is in control of this attacking team. Not only that, but they have Barry in a bit of a vulnerable position as they've got one on his window, one in his bathroom. C4 out though, lands, hits Tuchelis in the face. Down goes your Flores. And Deimos going for the target out now over onto Los. Damien screwing out, both trying to pinch in onto Barry. The fire is out from the ooh, never mind. Dame will get down. They had the play, but Screwy manages to get the refrag. Goes up very, very low, too, running through the Goyo fires or the Tachanka fires. One of the two. Either way, fire is everywhere. 2v2 situation now, as both Los and Riot are still up. God's playing close. Oh, I gotta stop Caster's Curse. These guys Screwy in a 1v1 against Los. Los buying time. And that's a good one for the defense. There's Riot manages to hold on for a 3-3 split for map 3. Too many threes in this situation. It's a shame that every league after T2 is just forgotten. They're not forgotten, man. There's just small community guys like myself, like Honey Bun, like Gaia, Sergeant Anxiety. There's a bunch of these smaller guys who come out to all these leagues and do some casting. Cards is doing them. Then there's ones that put on their own production shows. Like, we're out here, we exist. Zach Vexel's been doing some T4 stuff. There's just not as much recognition, and I don't mind that. I like doing this stuff. It's fun. The communities are great. The teams, the environment is just, it's all there, and I love it. W hoodie? Yeah, I know. It's so soft, dude. It's a Nike hoodie with the double shot. Oh, so soft. We do love us some Caster 4 Legend. That hoodie looks so good. Dude, I make everything look good. You give me a paper bag and a trash bag, and I will rock the most fire fit of 2026 you've ever seen. Either way, though, back into what's important this game as we lose both Dokkaebi and Deimos, meaning Encore may try and put on a show for the Rome here. Clash still left on board, and Ghost is going to be breaking that one out. They do lose the smokes and the Warden, though, which tells me Riot wants to heavy execute. And looking at this operator lineup, between the Blitz and the Ying on top of a Glaz, yeah, heavy execute is underway. Good thing Amira is there, though. She should hopefully be able to shut down some of this mentality, some of this heavy push style. If not, that's what Clash is for. They make a hole, you plug it with a body.
Changing mags.
And, yo, double shot. The hoodie is amazing. I definitely need a t-shirt though to cast in. Because I get so hot up here with my PC running, with my heater was on, but it's been off since since map 1. It's just 1,000 degrees here. Los with an early game disconnect, immediately putting Riot into the disadvantage. And they lost that Ying, who was a vital piece of equipment for them to push forward with. Glaz throwing out some of his smokes to see if he can push these guys back and shut them down, slow them down. And we're already too late in this round for a rehost to try and pick your guy back up. Mirrors with a tap up on a Dame, though. Quick head tap, down goes one. And God's looking to try and get up in their face, play aggressive. Screwing in a trade with Mirrors. It's still a 3v3, as Mirrors was up and aggressive so far. But your Blitz is now pushing deep, and he is in. Rounds trading out. Goza eats a ton of damage there. Grim B's out. And Gods goes in. No diffuser in hand form, as Wizard's the one holding it. Barry, though, picking a good kill up on a Nanovirus. Blitz is in, shutting down Tuchelos. Suddenly, it's a clash up into a 1v3. And Blitz is right there, but Barry finds him from the doorway. Riot with a heavy execute, and they went fast. Barry still full of comedy. And Encore pulls their first time out. After just losing an early opening defense, maybe not a bad idea. Sit there, talk for a minute. Get everything straightened out, right? This is map 3 of week 6, so there's been a lot to play for on the table for these teams. Looking at this scoreboard, Mears and Los leading the team in frags with Gods at the top because of his amazing utility usage at 6 and 4. Barry even at 4 and 4, and Wizard looking to pick himself up from that 1 and 4 start, but he's got 3 assists, so he's doing his job. On the opposite side now for Encore, Nano up 7 to 4, leading the way, taking charge. We got Screwy sitting 5-5 dead even now for the negative side effects, but still a stellar performance as this team is up. Like, Encore is firing pretty good. This has been a back and forth brawl. Dame to 5-7, Tuchelos to 2-5, and Goza to 1-5. The assists aren't there for that team. Goza though back on the Clash, hoping to maybe make something
Attackers
work.
need to locate and defuse bombs.
Forgotten is the wrong word for tier 4. I meant less mainstream. Well, yeah, that's why. I mean, I hate to say it, that's why it's tier 4 though. These are just, you know, young dudes looking to have some fun on the weekends, play some leagues together. These are working dads just looking to, you know, come home, play competitively because they're too good to just play ranked, but they're not good enough to go pro. That's the whole tier 4 scene in a nutshell. Or it's young talent looking to just be discovered. Not everybody has that stomp and come up where you go from, you know, console to high end to PC, or, you know, what we see out of a lot of these guys who play the roller leagues. Tier 4 is just, it's your stepping stone, it's your starting point, and there's a lot of dudes who are making a good show out of it. Either way, though, Encore bringing it upstairs after that last Riot win. They're looking to maybe shut them down, play a little bit different, a different Mira strategy coming out this time. As she's setting up to deny that main wall breach, we do have some interesting Denari plays, and you lose one of your Goyos immediately off rip. Just got to be a little bit painful. How often do you stream? Well, depends on how I'm feeling, depends on what leagues are playing and what I'm doing. For a while, I was doing every day, and then there was a while where I took a 2-month break, and right now, I'm just trying to do weekends and whenever I feel like picking a game up. All depends on how life is doing that day. I'm going to take a second and appreciate this Denari setup. Everything is covered and just annoyingly placed. Oh well, what you guys are here for. God's making the playthrough operational, moving himself forward, at least projecting some rounds downfield. Dame, though, looking to maybe swing off this zombie barricade. A little bit too high for the head cover there. Tuchelos and Goza both go down. Nano does find Barry, but Barry takes Nano as well. Trade out down to a 2v4. Dame moving forward, able to at least shut down that wall breach immediately from the Ace. However, they still have Ace and Thermite up. And Dame flashed out position, running back to some relative form of safety. There's really nothing they can do for this top mez anymore. These attackers have the angles they need. Wizard's able to get one, get two as Dame goes down, and Riot pulls up now 5-3. These dudes are locking themselves back in. Riot causing a riot, let me know. Me when I know the round ends if we don't plant. Okay, Barry. Okay. You do you, boo. 5-5, having some fun.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Basement now coming out from the side of Encore as they look to prevent a match point for Riot. And I mean, the way the steam is picked up for Riot right now, 3 rounds ripped in a row. Going basement, probably the best idea you could have. You've lost the upstairs 2 times straight now, and one that was a definitive man advantage off the start. Basement, maybe just the bunker play you need. Screwy, though, has the protractor in hand, has the Texas, whatever, math calculator. You know what I'm talking about, the like $800, the calculator they tell you is worth $800 in math class, but it really is like 15 bucks at Walmart. Those calculators, yeah, has one of those in his hand, trying to figure out Pythagorean theorem and lay out some of these traps. We need a working dad SI. We have that. And Dame with a great swing out to get the opening pick there on the Gods, laying down one of the top fraggers of the team, as well as the Swiss Army knife as they lose their striker. Do a working, we can do a working dads SI, but we could definitely do a working dads like tournament. Working dads is an actual team, by the way. I believe they're signed up for this league. Goes attempting to maybe find his second kill of the game here as he swings wildly through the warehouse, not able to pick anyone up yet. Screwy's still upstairs in the reception, being a menace to this attacking team. They know he's there. They want to find him. He's got Dame covering his 6 out behind. Everything could go right for Encore on this round. But as I say that, Dame has that Boss G. He's looking to see what he can find. He's got Barry playing relatively close. I don't know if that's a visual bug or if that's just how that wall opens so weird. But rounds spray through now from the side of Barry as he taps Goza just a little bit. Not enough to pick up a kill, but definitely enough to annoy him. I'm so confused about how that wall opened the way it did. A swing through from Barry leaves him at 1 HP as he does rail some rounds out to Dame. Not enough to pick him, but definitely hurting on both ends of that one. That Boss G hit like a truck there. Mears is moving in now down towards site. That's where everyone else on this defense is stacked up at. Los goes in, C4 out, hits him though behind, and down he goes. Mears still with that locker control, trying to cover the backside of it. Wizard wants to make that push over. I believe that is back into... It is filtration side, and he has got Dame to deal with, but Dame with the Boss G makes it work and picks up a good kill there. Now it's down to a 2v5. Riot not looking too hot off this round after what has been some stellar attacks so far. Maybe snubbed down from the rest. Encore's defense locked heels, holding position, holding tight. A jumping from Mears as he tries to aggress up onto Dame. Buckshot, he ready, gets the pick, but they did just lose Barry, and Nano finds Mears. Encore pull up another round. Riot snubbed off of match point. Encore looking to walk their way back into this one. At 4-5 right now, it's still anybody's matchup. Pin Sing, peep the footwork. Yeah, there's been a lot of dudes put on skates this map. Now both Glaz and Clash pulled off board. Really appreciating that. I hate a good Glaz and I really hate a good Clash.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Moving upstairs, we did see Encore lose this one out twice in a row to Riot. They do have a very unpredictable and fast-paced attacking style that they brought so far. But a lot of it will be determined by that control atop Mez. That's Dame opening some shotgun holes. But the site's downstairs. It's a top hold with a downstairs site. Vertical extensions for the win, right? Peep the angle that we just seen set up by Dame there. Gonna have some good coverage, but we see Gods bringing in the blitz. We got Los pulling up with the Ying. Good things to happen. Mir's already walking up into Skybridge side with the Lion. The Execute gonna hopefully move fast this time, as that is a key requirement that we've seen out of Riot so far, is if they're able to keep bodies up and move fast, it works, but they lose Barry immediately to Tuchelos. And in will go Gods as the Execute hits heavy and fast. Straight into Tuberow. He was looking at his phone. He doesn't get flashed, but he does get picked. The vertical in some control there. However, Wizard able to find Goza. Los is in with the blitz. There goes some bodies upstairs as Mears lays out 2 of them. Suddenly, it's down to Screwy in a 1v4 situation. Riot will put themselves in a match point. They win this one. And there's the Candela starting to be burned, and Screwy is just waiting, scared. The blitz is there. He is flashed out. Down he goes as God swings him. Being swung by the fist of God, right? The old bait and switch, right? Okay, Barry. We see you, my guy. We see you. But Riot now looking to close the night out so they can play some Dead by Daylight. We're seeing Encore saying, hey, nah. There's still more Siege left to play. Bring it back upstairs now for the final what could be their final defense of the map.
Position secured.
If they win this one, though, there's still a lot of Siege left to be played. The traps are in key play right now, though. Trying to break some momentum. Goza down to 1-7, not hitting his shots like he was those first two maps. That last one especially. Doubling up the frost mats on this window. My guy, place the one frost mat down first and then place the other.
Loading new.
That's the utter. He's utterly annoyed off of that one, saying, "You know what? All right, screw this." He gives it up. Goes to place the rest of them down. He has wasted an entire prep phase for one frost mat. Hey, thanks Roblox King for the follow. You join us here for map point of map 3 of, I mean, this could be the end of the night. All depends on how Riot pulls out their attack here. Their last couple upstairs have been very, very deadly. Barry already in reception, trying to make some kill holes upwards. And right now, there's nobody in position to play against them. Dame, though, is down below, looking to pick up and add to his kill spree as he is 7 and 10. Not fully positive, but definitely looking warm. And just the intelligence of this team. Dame gets a good swing out, and down goes Barry. Suddenly, your vertical guy is out of commission. God's now looking to see if maybe he can hit a flank up behind and take down Dame. Has some control. 3-man power is crazy work. They did force him out of position with that. That was a heavy power play by them. Ace going to start ripping open that main wall, but there is an impact for denial. Going deep with the track stingers is your gridlock, and you have one more ace charge left to make work here. Wizard going to go over with the thermite, rip the main wall. As the execution will start to come underway. And that's main wall now gone. Mir's holding up now for coverage, saying, hey, please, Goyo, come over and swing for this. Instead, he eats a lot of damage, but the main wall does come open. Dame will go down to Gods. And Mears is now playing close with the super shorty. And away goes Tuchelos. Flashbangs out. Grenade trying to bounce to see what he can find. Not going to be able to find him out, though. Plate going in from low, so they have no way to easily deny it. And we got Mears who's going in for a wild swing. Tuchelos and Nanovirus up on some kills. And it's going to be Wizard playing some coverage here. Screwy managing to pick up Gods. That was a kill with a track stinger onto Tuchelos. Now Wizard just has to play his life to play this defusal. A deep swing from Nanovirus. A C4 out, trading Nano for Wizard. And Screwy gets the kill and the defuse. Unless there's a team kill. Nah, Goes is just going to keep bumping him. Where did my Azami go? What the F? Either way, Encore staving off that match point. Looking to maybe bring this thing to OT. I mean, that's still in the realm of possibility. Going downstairs for the basement, they're going to be sending Dame up on that visual room, and it lasted very long last time, and it worked very well in his favor. Hoping to see him maybe pull out some more good shotgun rounds like he did on that last one. Screwy up with the Denari. Let's see what he can set up this time. So we've seen a lot of good Denari plays so far tonight. He doesn't seem to util stack his as hard as what we've been seeing, though. A lot of his have just been kind of spread around and diversified. Wait. That is what I thought it was, Run. Is that a custom plate built to hold up? Oh no, the quad's up on the back. Okay. back into the seat. Damn, up on his roam, seeing what he can find. Drone right there, though. They spawn him out early. There goes some of your roam back down now into the first floor. Denari's still setting up for his armory hold. We got Gods and Los both pushing heavily in now for the range side, getting rid of these Denari traps as they make their way forward. But they do have that wall reinforced off, so Ram can't rip open the holes like she did on the last round. The Blackbeard gonna just keep making the push, make the clear. You are a walking camera and a walking force to be reckoned with, my guy. They do have a rotate hole here for Screwy. Screwy, here's the angle, knows he's there. Eats some damage off of the Blackbeard, but still managing to stay up. Dame whips out the Boss G, does not land the shots. Now Screwy's cut off. He's running upstairs into what's supposed to be relative safely, but there's so many track stingers everywhere. He eats so much damage from them. Another set of track stingers out. He almost impacts his own fire pipe. Looking for a tap battle that really ain't there, buddy. They've got DMRs and AORs, and there is no easy way to go about that. Screwy, though, up on his flank, coming about up behind. He's got the power position if they want it there. He just has to play aggressively up and forward. Mirrors off the vertical, almost ripping Nano down. The vert is a good key element that we're watching them just employ and aggress with so far. And Los is doing some great work with those Rams. Some ash charges going out to try and free up some of this room to push. Gods looks like he wants to make a push down armory side, down into filtration with Mirrors. This is the play to make. You start to spread now. You're attacking force downwards. But laying there in a corner, it's Dame, hit by Mirrors as they let the shield do his job. You are the line. You don't hold the line as the shield continues to push his way forwards. There is a Goyo chilling far off in the distance. Wizard with the diffuser in hand, smoking out. He drops down the hatch, going for a plant in the corner. Screwy able to find Los. Good pickup from him. And down goes your Mute as he meets a Blackbeard, but Mute stays up and alive. Taken down by Wizard, who's hiding in the corner. Diffuser is planted. And it's a 2v3 situation. Site control no longer held, but they've got the vertical over for Diffuser. They've got to go clear these guys off the vert instead of watching for holes, make the plays up the stairs. Screwy has the right idea. He's moving forward, but Mears is providing the coverage for that. Barry just has to stop the Diffuser from being hit. Mears able to find one. Diffuser being hit. Down goes Nano. 2v1 situation. It's the Tuchelos left. He might try to bait it. As he does, he's double swung. He gets the kill on the Mears. Pistol out as he looks for Barry. There is no time left for him, though, as he's got to hit the Diffuser now. And this round is over. As we see Barry pick up the final kill and Riot win it 7-5 over top of Encore. 7-5, man. I mean, the last maps have both been 7-2s. This has been one stellar series so far on 3 maps that I absolutely cannot stand. You hear that, Kylo? If you bring me into AGL for any of these maps, there will be some words said, and we will be out in the parking lot coming to terms, all right? Fist fights galore. Either way, a beautiful series as Riot wraps things up for the night for us. I want to thank all you guys for coming out and showing some support. Massive love to everybody. And we're going to be calling it after this one. Everybody's in the chat right now giving the GGs, the high fives, pats on the back. Hey, guys, not a problem. It was one heck of a series. All right, we're not going to be doing any player interviews, though, and we're just going to be ending it out here. Again, thanks, everybody, for stopping in. Cheddar Goblin, you're awesome. I love that you're interested in this scene. If you want to talk more about it, throw me a DM. I do cast quite often. I don't have a set schedule. I just go off when the teams play. So it's at random. But much love, and thanks for all the support, guys. This is 4 from AGL, and we are signing off. Doodles.